All right. Welcome, everybody. Another episode of Game Set Live. Where did we lose TJ? I'm just, ah, I added him and now the
I mean,
kid's
I
gone. He
mean,
took
I
off.
mean, we can wish for that. We could try to wish if we
There,
believe
okay.
so very hard. Ah, shit, he's here. Hey,
Yep.
buddy.
Hey, TJ. We never would have thought of doing the show without you. Uh huh. Yeah.
It's okay.
No, it isn't because you are here. No, just kidding.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, Another week, more news, and oh, Lisa Sue and AMD let something slip. We're going to get into that this week. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go down the lineup. Fabio, sir, how you been doing? What you been playing?
I'm good, thank you very much. Just a ton of work, but things are progressing well. A bit, some things are going slower than others, but all going well, and that's what matters. What I've been playing, I'm basically been playing some Forza Motorsports. I've been playing Avowed. I've been playing as well Keeper, Space Marine 2, Doom the Dark Ages, and I've managed to play a little bit of a game from Double Fine Productions from 2019 called Red, which I didn't have the opportunity to play, and it is quite addicting.
Yeah, I played Red. Red was good.
Yeah, like I don't know how they met. Like the ideas, it's really weird, sounds really stupid, and you can imagine how are they going to pull this off, but they always manage to do it.
Wow, the video's buffering a whole lot now, isn't it? Is it buffering for everybody? Is it just me?
Now
It's black
don't go
screen.
by my adjusting my camera because I was jumping around a little bit. Because
Oh no, I'm talking about the gameplay video.
oh
Frame rate
yeah
horrible.
Wait, there's gameplay video going on right now.
yeah
Yeah,
oh,
because
no,
it's
yeah
black screen for me.
yeah
Yeah,
same here
I don't know what buffering you're talking about,
yeah
Bob, because there's no video game going on. Like we are just games, we are just
yeah
black screen live. That's it.
yeah. So we see.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Why
Okay.
would we be lying to you?
See,
Like there are,
I can't tell if it's buffering. You know, it could be.
I mean, there's a ton of reasons for us to lie to you about this, but this is not the case. We are telling the
Oh, there
truth.
we go.
Okay.
We got you on the screen. That works better.
I'm gonna fix it right
There's some
now.
buffering on Bob's camera, right? Am I right,
No,
boy?
there's no buffering on top.
Now we can hear it, but
Oh,
we can't see it. Holy crap! Okay.
Yeah. The hell are you? What are you playing? Doom?
can you hear it? Can you see it now?
Nope.
No.
Nope. How about
This
that?
is really. I'm just. I'm done.
I'm gonna start calling you Carlo. You start a show and stuff not working.
Ugh.
All you have to do is at this point, all you have to do is say, "I thought I'd try something different tonight," because that's usually how it used to.
I
Oh yeah,
mean,
I
you
thought
know,
I'd try something different tonight,
There you
everybody.
go.
I mean, most live podcasts they have a gameplay background going on during the thing. We are innovating that. We now have
Yeah.
just a black screen so you can wonder what's going on, and you can start questioning the
Yeah.
existence and look into the abyss. Just pay attention to the black screen right now. This is intentional, okay? Just believe in us.
All right, so cerebral Paul,
Yes.
Cerebral,
how you been
cerebral
doing?
ball. How are you doing?
I've been I've been doing all right. I've just been playing a lot of WoW more than anything, and I also because they just put it on Game Pass like day before yesterday, the Yakuza Pirate in Hawaii thing or whatever it's called. It's on Game
Nice.
Pass now. So I've only ever completed one other Yakuza game, the man who erased his name, and this seems to be a direct sequel to that almost. So and it was the only one I really liked. This one so far is a lot of fun though, and it's got ship sailing and ship battles. So hey, I'm there, you know,
Oh, sweet.
and it's still better than that thing that Ubisoft put out last year. No, actually,
There you go.
I didn't mind that thing that Ubisoft put out last year because that was my favorite part of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the fights. Oh, we can see it and hear it now. There you go.
Something about the video that I rendered. I don't know if the bit rate was not compatible or what. I had to go to an older video.
Ah,
Oh well, sorry about that. So what have you been playing, man? Should I say what have you been playing that you can tell us about?
oh, well, like I said, been playing World of Warcraft because they're doing all the pre-launch for Midnight, which comes out next month. So if you're a World of Warcraft player, they've been adding a lot of goodies. And I have also been playing Star Citizen a little bit. That one's a little harder because that one is basically you learn as you go. There are really no tutorials out there that are up to date. There's no real information out there that's up to date. You just kind of you fly around and you crash your ship and you try to do stuff. So I'm probably going to end up making some videos on that though, because I can't be the only one who needs help. You know, it's like, but to
Well,
me, that game is big, and it's hopefully when they launch it next year, it'll do well.
yeah, Star Citizen. That's the one where you can literally like you pick your own career and you live that career in the game.
Yeah, you know you can be a pirate, you can be just a delivery guy, you know, whatever, or you can go around and fight stuff, you know. So
BFG in the chat said he could see the gameplay, but why did I pick Concord? I get it. I get it.
oh,
Black screen Concord.
uh,
Yeah.
troublemaker. Yeah, that's what I.
Drawn TJ, man, how you doing? What are you playing?
Doing pretty good. I'm finally home, so I get to be on the show. And yeah, I've been playing Fable 3 again. Been wanting to play it again and go through it again. I haven't played it in a long time, so I figured might as well go through it again, see what Fable's like again, because I'm getting in that mood where I want to play Fable, and I can't wait for the new Fable when it comes out later this year.
My bet is October.
Yeah, it's usually when they released Fable 2 and 3, it was like September or October. Yeah.
Everybody's going to be trying to not to distance themselves as much as possible from GTA 6. I mean, plan on not winning anything at the Game Awards this year. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if GTA 6 hits on November 19th, like they say it's going to, that's the date right now. But if it hits on November 19th, trust me, in those 2 weeks of time before the cutoff date for the Game Awards, they'll have every award.
Yeah.
It'll be a replay of Expedition 33. There's a media darling every year, and they take home every award.
Yep.
Yes, Thimber, this is Split Fiction. This is me and the wife played this last year, and it's one of my archived show videos. I have to check the bit rate on it. Maybe I just need to. I raised the bit rate on the Forza video, and I can see it on my screen, but nobody else was seeing it. So apparently, the Restream website didn't like it. Oh, but yeah, Bob has been playing. What have I been playing? Been playing Calyx RTS game that just released in the early access on Steam. I've been playing that. I've been playing a game called Fear the Time Loop, which is every time you're hunting for a serial killer in this abandoned building, and some doors you can choose to open a door instead of another door, but in that time loop you can't open the door. You see what I'm saying? You can only open one door. When you're given a choice between doors, you have to pick one, and that's the only door you can go with in that time loop. So you want to remember everything you find in that room because when you die, you come back, you don't have to go through that room again because you retain everything, any items you picked up, anything like that, and TJ's gone again. No, that's Fabio. Fabio's gone.
I'm
Oh
here,
no.
bud.
Oh yeah, you're here. Fabio's out though.
Either he lost
His,
connection or he had
yeah,
to go. One or the other.
his notebook ran out of battery. Going back soon enough.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fear the Time Loop. I started playing the Gold River project. I played the demo, but the whole game is out now in early access. It's a beautiful game. It's a strange game because you get picked up. Take you're supposed to meet your buddies for a camping trip, and the plane drops you off, and you walk to the a, a water plane. What do you call it? The planes that have the pontoons on them, land in the water. It drops you off at some docks, and so you walk through the forest to the campsite. When you get to the campsite, everything is destroyed. There's been a commotion or something, and you found ores over the campfire. So it I've been playing. I've got like 3 or 4 hours in the game. I have not seen another living soul.
wow.
I've been hunting down. I've been surviving, making like bone hooks and catching fish and keeping myself alive. And every like little like abandoned cabin or whatever that I come across in this huge forest, there's these security cameras that are on these poles. And every time you get near one, you can hear it, tick, 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 and you look up and the camera is turning towards you. And I don't know who's watching me, but I feel like I'm a rat in a maze.
No, no, no. It's you always feel like somebody's watching you. Come on, do that.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
There you go. I did forget there was one thing I did play, and it was the demo for Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, which is coming out in a couple of weeks here. If you're a Star Trek Voyager fan or a Star Trek fan in general, you might enjoy this game. They had you do the first sector, which is like their episode, which basically mirrored the first episode of the show. But you pick your away team, and based on their skills, you can do certain things, and you make certain choices. I I may end up picking up the whole thing just because I've been lacking a good Star Trek game for a long time, and Star Trek Online is just too bloated at this point. You know, it's like what's it called? You know, where they keep adding stuff. So every time you log in, if it's been a while, there's just so much shit to do, and you're like, where do I start? You know, it's like.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's the other thing I was playing, which is like I said, the demo's on Steam, but it is coming out for all the consoles as well. But the consoles don't do demos, so
Unfortunately.
yeah, it'd be
I,
nice if they did.
well, a lot of what I'm playing on Steam right now is in Steam Early Access, which I wish Xbox's Early Access program would pick them up. But I don't know. I haven't. The only time I've played my Xbox in the last 2 weeks has been to play Forza with Paul and his friends. That I don't. I just
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm already on my PC, and it's just it's convenient. I know PC gaming convenient, right? But when you're already on it, it's like
yeah.
it's right there.
One the way my stuff is set up, my PC and my Xbox are one on top of the other. I'll let you figure out which one is which, but you know, I mean,
Yeah,
all my stuff is right. This is my control center. I'm sitting in front of it, so you know. And I do both. It just depends on what I do. Sometimes I'll decide I want to install that on my PC or I want to install that on my Xbox, whatever. I do know that if I had a PlayStation, and not because I don't like what PlayStation has, but they don't have enough individual games that I don't already have on PC or Xbox. You know, so even when I had access to one, I only turned it on like once every 6 months. And it wasn't because, oh, a PlayStation. No, it was just because all the games I want to play were in front of me. You know, so
yeah, I understand that.
yep.
Like I got in the games that I already had on PlayStation before I started like building my massive Steam library. I I don't know. I haven't gotten them on Steam. I still have them on PlayStation, but I don't know. It's
Sometimes there's just so much to play, new stuff that you
oh
don't, you
god.
know.
And this year's gonna be horrible. As if I didn't have a big enough backlog already.
Oh, I know. I've been doing some stuff with the upcoming game library. After May, we're going to get a break for a few months, actually, except for little surprise pop up releases. After the May, the calendar kind of gets
I'm still
empty.
excited for Resident Evil 9.
Well, the end of May is going to kill me because there's 3 games coming out within 9 days of each other. So,
What games are those?
Forza, the new James Bond game, and Lego Batman.
Yeah.
I'm more excited for Forza the most.
Forza would be nice, but I'm ready for a Batman game, even if it is Legacy of the Dark Knight, a Lego game. From what it looks like, it's gonna have combat that I'm missing from Rocksteady games, and it's
You are,
gonna cover
but
all the movies.
I looked at that footage that they put out for the fighting is it looks like that, but it's still Lego fighting, so it's a mix. I think we'll both be happy with what they do.
I hope so. Oh, look who's back. Fabio is back again.
Well, well, what
Did you
can I say? Fuck my
did you
life, am I
did
right? It's
well
just
well if you would like charge your battery or plug in your notebook, you wouldn't have these problems.
no, no. The
Yeah,
problem is the computer, my notebook is always plugged here, but like it just doesn't recharge. It's been like
Oh,
that
that's
for a
not
long.
good.
So
Somebody
like it
needs a
got
new
to the point.
battery.
So it got to the point where like out of nowhere, for some reason, it wasn't charging anymore, and then it just zoop.
Hey, how's it going, Mav? Fun speculation in the house.
Hey, Mav, long time no see.
All right, Fabio. So, what do you think?
What have I done?
Er,
What have I
Early
done? What have
2027
I
or
don't
late
know. It's shit.
2027?
Whatever it is. Ah, for is actually for what?
Okay,
The
so
Vikings to win a Super Bowl, I would say early 2049,000.
oh yeah,
What?
definitely. No, I'm talking about Lisa. So Lisa Sue, kind of. I don't know. I don't know if she knew whether or not she was, because she was like, yeah, everything's going great, building the Xbox Magnus chip, and development's going good, and we're right on track for a 2027 release. And it's like I could see Satya right now going, we haven't said that yet.
they,
We
like I said the other night when Lemon yelled at
Bitch.
me, they did previously make statements that they were aiming for a 2027 release at one point.
I'm doing good, Mav. I just living the sober life. I quit drinking a couple months ago, and yeah, lifestyle's gotten better. Life has gotten better. Marriage has gotten better. Everything's gotten better. Still doesn't make it easier, though. I know it's sad, right?
Your
Minus
Wi-Fi
the
got better too.
Yeah,
My
let, yeah, you haven't mentioned your Wi-Fi yet tonight. Go ahead and throw that out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Go ahead.
oh, you mean
Just
my isometric 1 gig fiber?
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah, there you
yeah,
go.
nice, nice. We need to try to add like a sound effect of a level up system. Like every time Bob mentions about this fucking Wi-Fi internet, it's like
When you live with
just
when you live when you live with country internet, it's like a dream come
God,
true.
man.
Uh,
I got the
oh,
return. Okay, I got the.
Fabio, did you get a new camera? You're sharper than you usually are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's the issue with this shit right now. I want it to be pixelated. I'm trying to be more pixelated. I don't know what happened. No, it's just the same old camera. I think it's because Restream has a better video quality for it.
Great.
Oh, it was
Oh, you
whenever
know,
we're
no, you
on.
know what it is? He turned the lights on in his room. That's what it is.
Ah,
Yeah.
makes total sense.
Here's the thing, motherfucker. I want to put out it's all the lights are always lit. Okay, just we're going with that. So,
So
uh,
yeah,
answering the
uh,
question, I would say late 2027. Actually, to me, it
yeah,
should be even later. Honestly,
I still think it should be this coming winter. I mean, 25th anniversary.
it'd be nice.
Yeah,
no one's going to buy it because it's going to be expensive as fuck.
yeah, it will.
But it would be nice. It would be a really nice message.
Thimber's already started saving.
So
That's what he put in the.
shit.
That's what he put in the chat earlier today. He's like, "Time to start saving."
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I've got a credit card set aside just for that. Okay, that's
Oh gosh, you sound like me and my Steam frame. I've got one set aside just for my Steam frame VR headset.
they might show it this year, but they probably won't actually release it until next year.
There's a
Yeah.
possibility it's going to either be released is going to be revealed in
yep.
their showcase or their 25th anniversary showcase or
Or Summer Games Fest, which is coming
the
up.
Game
So.
Awards, I would say.
Yeah,
Or when you got Gamescom too, but that's usually not. That's
because
usually
they
not
showed the Xbox
console.
One X or the Series. No, was it?
The
No,
No, it
series,
was the
the
one.
Series X was at the Game Awards
Yeah,
the
and
Series
that
X
year.
then
was at
didn't
the
they show
Game
the
Awards.
Xbox One X also in the Game
No,
Awards?
no, the One X was revealed during Microsoft's E3 conference.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yep.
So either way,
Which would put it around the time of what is now, Summer Games Fest in that week.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, that's why I meant. So, like, either it's going to be like on the week of their showcase, which is like the E3 what we have right now, or in a later show that they are probably going to be doing celebrating 25 years of Xbox, just like they did with 20 years of Xbox, or the Game Awards. Those are
Well,
like
yeah,
the main shows of the year for you
yeah.
to announce a brand new console.
Well, I mean,
What's interesting, and I think you're going to talk about it later tonight, is with Sony possibly being delayed. This actually may put a little bit of a breather on Xbox to get there, because even though you go, well, they're out of the console thing, this is their chance to get back in. Really, depending how long Sony's going to be delayed for. Yeah,
yeah, which is really odd because Sony we know they've got a stockpile of RAM chips, and Microsoft's stockpile. I mean, Satya has already said that their stockpile, their deal that they have made with SK Hynix, is for their data or their AI data centers. That's what that's going for. I don't think that's really geared towards the console part of their business. But I don't know, Stranger Things. I mean, this reminds me of, you remember when the 360 beat the PS3 by a year?
yeah.
Yeah,
And what happened that generation?
Red Ring of Death.
Well, no, I mean, even through the Red Ring of Death, the 360 was still the place
Yep.
to play.
Yep. But like it
Um,
was a
it might
generation
happen.
where like Microsoft was innovating so much, especially not only considering the power of the 360 compared to the original Xbox, but as well as the amount of features that the 360 started to have. Like the 360 era started like a trend that was followed so much by after the generations afterwards in either Xbox One or Xbox Series, you know what I mean? Because you get to the point where your console can actually be a multimedia system, and that all started with the 360. And not only it was because of that as well, but there were like some really nice initiatives that Microsoft was doing, such as Xbox Live Arcades. That was really nice. We had some really good gems there of simpler games as well. And of course, like the brand was in a much more how can I say, in terms of PR department, it was in
Oh
a
yeah.
much better place, because especially because of the leadership from Peter Moore, which was extremely aggressive in terms of making Xbox be the first the first place all the time. And that was a mentality of Microsoft, especially because the CEO at that during that time was Steve Ballmer. So um, I don't know if, like, I'm not saying that right now what we have is isn't great. I'm in love with my Xbox, both my Series S and my Series X. I love what Xbox has been delivering, but in terms of being aggressive in competition, just like it was in the older days of the 360, I don't think that's going to be the case. Just because they are rumored to be releasing their next gen console before Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's gonna be so expensive though.
Yeah, it is. It is, and that's what I'm like. I'm not. I'm already upgraded. I upgraded my Series S to a Series X because of this. Because I'm not willing to buy the next Xbox at release. I'm going to wait to the moment where the price gets reduced, or a third-party company starts doing a more budget console, or Microsoft does themselves the budget console. I'm not gonna buy day one the next Xbox, honestly. Not saying that you shouldn't do it.
D-
You do whatever the fuck you want, but like I'm just saying, because to me it's going to be so much expensive. Like for what people have been hearing and what has been rumored, is going to get to the point where it's going to be 10,000 Brazilian reais. I'm
Oh,
not
it's
willing to
not
spend
gonna be.
that much.
Hey,
A PlayStation 5 Pro, a PlayStation 5 Pro is 7,000 Brazilian reais here. So we are
yeah.
almost to that point
uh,
where yes,
haven't you heard, Fabio? Consoles don't go down in price anymore.
uh,
So you either get it early or you get it late. You're still going to pay the same price. You may even pay more. Like
Right.
if I wanted to sell my Series X right now, I could I could blow it out and clean it up, make it look real nice, and I could probably make a profit on it. Cause I don't even think they've changed the box that it goes in. It's installed. It's all exactly the same. I could say I bought the damn thing yesterday and changed my mind.
well, it's still, I will continue to go with this with my strategy. I'm not spending that much money on a console. I'm not spending that much money on video games at all.
Well,
So
I've got a killer PC. So if this union between the console and the PC happen with one unified dashboard, I won't have to buy the console because I've already got a PC that's what is the 4080 Super now? Like 54 teraflops?
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't I don't need the next console. As long as the unified dashboard is already up and ready to go, I'm good. And Windows has been made gamer friendly. That would be a plus. Because right now, I don't know. I hear all these things, but I don't have any issues.
Well, me
Like
neither. And
just like the
I
people that
and
I'm sorry.
well, Bob, real quick, let me just say, I think part of the reason you and I don't see those issues is because if we do even see a hint of them, we fix them just that quick. Oh, that's what that is, and we don't even think about it. It's second nature. It's
But I don't know. It's they've been talking. I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube here lately about apparently the first update to Windows 11 in 2026 broke a part of Windows, and I'm thinking, and then they had to. Oh, I know what it was. It broke. It broke gaming with NVIDIA hardware. You
Yeah.
were only getting half the frame rate you were supposed to get with a 50 series card. And then it caused NVIDIA to have to put out an emergency update to fix it. And I'm thinking to myself, how do who has these problems? Because I'm the type of person that when I come into the studio here and I turn my PC on, the first three things that I do, I check for Windows updates, I open the Microsoft Store, I check for updates there, I open Steam, I check for patches to be downloaded there. It's the first three things I do, and I turn my PC on. And this is daily. I do it every day. And knock on wood, Windows 11 Professional Edition for this build that I'm using right now, going on 2 years now. I and I've never had a problem. Now I cut out all the bloatware. I don't have stuff that I don't use. I don't use any kind of antivirus programs because they're crap. The best antivirus program out there is Windows Defender,
Yeah.
but it's internet based, so you have to be connected to the internet to keep yourself protected. Um, I don't use any auto driver updaters. I don't use any anti spyware, any malware. I don't use any of that crap. I use Windows Defender for everything. I don't have an issue. I use the NVIDIA app to check for my video drivers, and all my other hardware is on my motherboard. I just use the ASUS update app. It takes me to their website. It automatically checks if I need anything. If I do, I download it and install it. I don't have any other programs in the background helping me keep my computer up to date. I made it as simple as possible. I go a few different places. That's it. I do what I need to do. And I do everything on I do everything back here. I got three monitors. I'll watch YouTube TV back here. I'll watch Movie Box Pro back here. I'll play my video games back here. I'll watch YouTube. I surf the web. I'll edit videos. Do everything back here, and I don't have an issue. And people that only use their computer for just one or two things are having all kinds of issues. I don't. I don't know.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I think part of it is also comes down to somehow like the hate from something different coming, something completely different from the traditional way video games usually work. You know what I mean? Because we are not used to like how is this console PC hybrid going to work? How is it going to be? So if I don't understand how it's going to be, therefore I must hate it with all my strength. Like I think many people start to like, okay, we are just going to be 100% against any sort of change from the traditional way that we are used to. And well, yes, Windows is not perfect in any sort of way. Like it's not perfect at all whatsoever. It's still like it's not that bad of a tool. Honestly, I think it's much better than Linux, and I have to deal with Linux every single day at my work.
Well, if you're using Linux to like, the big thing about Linux is it's beneficial to gamers unless you play a game that uses a kernel based anti cheat. And if you are, guess what? That game does not work. Battlefield does not run on Linux. Call of Duty does not run on Linux. Fortnite will not run on Linux. It's kernel based anti
Yeah.
cheat. It, if you're going to play those games, you're not going to do it on Linux.
No.
But all the other games, because Linux is very streamlined and slim, because that's the problem with Windows. When you build an operating system to be as compatible with everything as possible, you run into you could run into issues,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Well, that's the other side of it is to use Linux. The learning curve on actually using and upkeeping Linux is a lot higher than it is for Windows. You know,
Yeah.
is when you have to have to install this module for this or this module for that or make it's like I don't want, even though I can do all that stuff. I'm too old anymore. I don't want to do all that stuff. I don't.
That's like when I started shopping for my next build of PC, I wanted as much on board of the motherboard as possible because I knew that I could use Asus Armory Crate to update. I can update everything in my PC with Armory Crate. The only thing I can't update in my PC with Armory Crate is my GPU, and that's easy because the NVIDIA app is easy. Other than it just too many
and
things.
and that's one way you and I differ too. You look at the updates you look for updates every day just to check. I'm lucky if I do it once a month, and even then, if I always look at the notes for the update. Is it something that's really going to affect me, or is it something that I can hold off on? Because if it's just shit that I don't use, like if it's updated so it'll run a game better that I don't play, then I'm not going to worry about it. It's like,
Oh,
I'm in that case. I become a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because a lot of times, if you do, sometimes then you end up breaking it. I ain't doing that. You know.
Thember says, forgot to post some big Xbox integration news. Epic Games vice president said they're also in talks with Microsoft to bring their store to Xbox consoles.
Oh, that's huge.
It makes sense because it's Steam is whipping them.
Well, yeah, part of that is because I saw an article like a month or so ago, that their Epic stores, their number of visitors has skyrocketed, but they get the free game and they jump off. It's not translating into sales. You know.
So Thember is saying that Linux has one cool thing. If you have your internet settings set, it automatically connects to your Linux setup. Or um, I don't like automatic things. I like to have control over things. I just don't have to. I don't like to have to micromanage so many things. I'm too old for that shit now, unfortunately.
You don't like to
So
manage yet. There you are, daily checking the Windows Store, the computer, to see if there's any
well, no,
Microsoft
it's just a few
except.
things. It's
God
just a
damn
few
it!
things I do when I start my
Yeah.
computer up.
And what's funny, Fabio, is sometimes you'll check it in the morning, it'll be fine. 3 hours later, your computer will be telling you that it got an update waiting. You're like, really? Well, now that I'm in the middle of shit, you want to update crap? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't. I
Exactly.
don't turn my P. I don't. I'm not on the PC back here until at least 4 o'clock. No earlier than that. I get home from work. I got
Ah,
stuff to do, even if it's just taking a nap because it was a hard day. I get okay. Thember is explaining. It's like if you set up your internet on Windows per se. If you install Linux, it translates it to Linux automatically. Okay, that didn't help.
Yeah, I mean,
What are you talking about,
so
Thimber?
if you dual boot, you mean?
uh, maybe he's talking about dual boot. Like I usually use a system called WSL, which is on my Windows machine here, my notebook, which allows me to emulate an Ubuntu terminal. Ubuntu is one of the like operative systems of Linux. There are several of them: Debian, Ubuntu, whatever the fuck you want. There's going to be a Linux system, but like uh, UK is quite useful, especially if you have to work on it, and it is a much simpler option than trying to figure out how to properly do a dual boot system without having to worry about how do I do this without fucking up my computer.
So, TJ, what do you think about the whole? Do you think Lisa sued? Do you think that was a slip?
So you
or
think Lisa Simpson is right or wrong?
Mhm.
I think she should not have said anything about that because I don't think Satya was looking forward to announcing it that early because he was probably saving it for the 25th anniversary or probably at the game awards because now the cat's out of the bag. Like I get it, they've hinted before, 2027, but at the same time it's like, well, now it's almost basically confirmed. We just don't have the exact date, but we actually know that it's not getting pushed back, and we know it's not coming out this year. So now we know for sure it's coming out in 2027. Question
Satya
is,
put up,
did she step her over bounds by saying that because he kind of leaked it. He kind of leaked it in a way that was going to probably be a special message.
I mean, Satya would only be pissed at that if it was a leak of any AI thing that they are investing. But with Xbox, I think Satya just what else, just leak everything out. Don't give a fuck about it. The only reason we are still having Xbox is because of Phil Spencer. Satya is trying as best he can to fuck everything up. Apparently,
he is.
Yeah.
like actually he's actually trying to like why we need a console.
Satya looks like a nice guy, but he seems like an asshole.
I mean, you'd never trust a bald man in gaming. Cheers to BMG. He might be watching this afterwards.
You dress Satya up like the Buddha. Tell me it doesn't fit,
Oh.
right?
I mean,
He's not all Zen though. He's
you actually went for Buddha instead of Gandhi.
oh Gandhi. Yeah, that's what I meant. You mean Gandhi? You said
Gandhi,
Gandhi.
yeah.
He's the tech Gandhi instead of like protesting, starving to protest. He's just like he's just like just
You know,
increase their prices.
he strikes me as the kind of guy that when you hand him a controller, he's going to try and play it with his fingers like this.
Hey, at
You
least he's
know
not
what?
Jim Ryan trying to blow the controller backwards or upside down.
I mean, the difference is that Jim Ryan was fired. That's the main difference. We still have to deal with Satya. That's the tiny bit of issue that we are having right now.
Yeah, but see, Jim wasn't the head of the snake. Satya is the head of the snake. There's nobody that the board would have to agree to let him
Yeah,
go.
and they aren't doing that right now because they're making a shitload of money. So,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like we have no idea. Like how could we expect that out of nowhere the CEO of Microsoft that said once we are all on gaming would spend $70 billion on fucking AI and then decide to we need to cut shit from other things to spend that much money and what? Who could have guessed that Satya Nadella will have a AI fetish?
I
no, it's just
guessed it.
that's where the money's going. So that's where he's going because that's kind of,
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
yeah, and yet
He's
investors
chasing the
are,
trend.
and yet apparently investors are a bit worried that he might be like jumping ahead a bit too far to the
I
point
mean,
where
it's Microsoft's MO. They always jump ahead. Like all the shit that they do, and then all of a sudden, everybody's like, "Oh, it's too soon. I don't like that." And then all of a sudden, everybody copies them. Oh, it's okay. That's great. It's like,
yes, but
where the hell were you when Microsoft first found out about it?
yeah, but
Oh
the
well,
main
we were so naive.
But the main
It's like,
problem,
screw you.
with that is that they jump ahead before everyone else. They go ahead of the curve with that. Things get fucked up, and when everything else experiences the consequences, then the rest of it follows along. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Like I know that's the tendency that we are going. That's the tendency of the industry. I'm not saying that they are wrong. I'm just saying that they need to be a bit more patient in terms of like we're going ahead of the curve here. It gets a negative reception. Okay, let it go. Let time go on. Let it go. That's normal. People are against change. That's natural in everyone. Let's let's just give it a chance. Let's go for the long run. And then they see that the short run is not working, and they, I'll shut it down. Fuck it. That's the thing.
So this didn't go. What? Just one thing went wrong, but the rest is good. Still didn't happen the way we wanted it to. Shut it down.
I mean
I could see
that
Microsoft doing that because they've shut down a lot of shit that was actually working well. Mixer, Skype. I can go
Like it's.
on.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on.
Windows Phone. We're just Gordon here to talk about Windows Phone all the time.
They yeah, Windows Phone. Yeah, let's make a really good phone that people actually like, and then let's just shut it down.
Yeah, I loved my Windows phone.
I mean,
I loved it.
it is a strange situation when we see like Satya Nadella years ago saying that if there was one decision that he regret doing was just focusing on the short term and then having to shut down Windows Phone because of that, acknowledging that that was a mistake. And every one of us is right now a bit afraid of, is this motherfucker going to repeat the same thing with their gaming division anyhow? Hopefully not. But like after what we are, hopefully not. I wouldn't say that, especially because they spent so much money on it. So I think they would like to continue to do it. To me, it's the most logical thing. But to Microsoft, I don't know. I can't speak for them. To me, it makes no
December
sense. It's shut down.
December has a point. We all remember Mixer.
We all
Yep,
remember Mixer. You know what killed Mixer?
it's
Ninja.
better
They,
than
they
Twitch.
hired Ninja. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The
So
biggest
do we
thing that
think this is
Mixer had that I miss is you could co-stream with up to three other people. They would all appear, you'd all appear on the same stream, and then the viewer could click on whichever one they wanted to hone in on. So it was great for multiplayer games because if we're playing Forza, you could have watched both Bob and I racing from our points of view. You know,
Oh,
That
sweet.
was
I didn't
really
know that.
nice.
I never used Mixer.
yeah.
The other cool part was that you could upload straight to YouTube if you wanted to.
Wow.
If you went to
So
settings, you could change that to that.
Well,
did
you were able to do it with Twitch too before they pulled
the
Yep,
because
plug-in?
yeah.
I
yep.
mean, it was a really cool platform. It's just
Did they replace it with anything?
no.
No, they
They
just
kind of
put
did.
Twitch
Well,
on
no,
the console.
they kind of did. They made a deal with. They tried to move everybody over to Facebook Gaming, and
Yeah, like how that works.
but none of us moved over. You know.
I mean, every, everyone, we are making a brand new deal with Orkut. Yay! Just
But yeah,
no,
they made
Easy
a deal with
crash.
they made a deal with Facebook. They were in partnership with them for a while, and but nobody moved over because it wasn't the same audience. You couldn't get the same audience. You know.
it's not just that Facebook is shit. I'm sorry.
No, it is. I mean, you're not wrong.
Not just
Yeah.
that, like Facebook is like there was. I remember the 2000s was those were the golden years of Facebook. Nowadays, I only use Facebook to see who is having a birthday right now. Yeah, that's all I do with Facebook.
Well, I said, well, that's how I have contact with my family that live across the country, and the friends that I've grown up with. They're all still over at Facebook, you know, because they're
That's how
not.
I use it for
They don't want to
too.
come. They don't want to come to Twitter, and they don't want to. My mom, and my dad will watch me on Twitch, but that's not really good for communication. That's good for watching stuff, you know. So yeah, they blew that. Remember, they did all that. That's when all the allegations about the sexual misconduct came down with a lot of the people that were on Mixer and involved with Mixer. So instead of trying to solve the problem, they said, "Hey, guess what? We're shutting her down." Oh, and all of us, I mean, even those of us that were in the program were like,
Yeah.
and they said in 2 weeks, and we were, wait, what?
Huh? What?
Thanks for the
Seriously?
heads up, people. Yeah, just like,
So do we think this is going to force Sony's hand?
it,
Because analyst Thember put a link in the chat. Analysts say that PS6 will launch likely after 2028, according to the new analyst forecast, as Sony focuses on extending the PS5 life cycle.
yeah, I've been
Could
hearing that
they?
all week.
Would they really want to be 2 years behind in a generation?
Nope.
That'll actually. I mean, that could actually like even the playing field, especially with the Magnus being as powerful as it's supposed to be.
Yep.
And the die size is going to be twice the size of the one that we know is going to be in the PS6. It's going to be massive. Yes, it's going to be a boutique item. It's going to be expensive, but it's going to be the best console to play games on after the release of GTA 6 for 2 years. That's huge. That's monumental. And that'll give you time. I mean, people could save up half the money and then sell the console they have for the other half of the money.
Yeah. That and I think that's what's going to put them. Is also if you wait for 2 years, you're gonna. A lot of people by the time that Christmas rolls around or that you come up to that second Christmas, people are gonna. They're tired of waiting. They want the
Yeah.
new thing. They want the new thing. Yeah.
And after they hear about all their buddies playing Steam games on their console, and yeah, it's like, whoa, this is a really cool game. You got, I can't do it. I don't have a good enough PC. Well, you don't need a PC. Just get this console.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, there is, like I'm pretty sure it is going to be like desirable by a ton of people. I have no doubts about it. Either for people using it as their main console or their secondary console. I just think that the pricing might be a bit of a problem because if they ended up releasing the console, hopefully not. I hope I am just exaggerating, but if they release the console at 900 $1,000 is going to be like okay, there's some people who are going to be left desiring and hoping for the prices to go down.
we can work out a
Well,
loan, Fabio.
trade in your old
Yeah.
console.
You
But
know,
I need
That's what I
to,
would do.
you could sell a couple of those guitars behind you.
It's
You know.
not that simple, all right? I just want to point out that I don't know where you guys live, where like is these magic lines where you just find money. You are walking on the street and then, oh my god, $1,000 on the ground right here. What? Like, that's not the
No,
situation.
we just either trade in our consoles or we just save
hey,
up.
I can, hey,
Because you,
Fabio, I'm tell you what. Here's the plan I got. Okay, you're going to get your PhD, and then you're
I'm
going to
not.
move to you're going to move to the states. And there's this plot of land right next to me with a house on it already. It's 2 acres of land, and every person that comes to look at that house next door, I go out and start doing something really crazy in my front yard just to scare them off and make them not interested in that house. I've got plans that 2 years from now, Fabio, 2 years from now, that house next door to me is still going to be available. That's your ticket. That's your
Okay,
ticket.
I'm just trying to imagine what
And it's going to be really, really cheap by that time because the crazy guy next door with the shotgun has scared everybody away and nobody wants it.
I could just see
Right.
Bob coming out with a shotgun, just
I mean, I'm literally
scaring off people.
You all are really going to love living out here. The security's great.
I'm just imagining like Bob, Bob
He goes,
with like
and he
I'm
goes
just
out there, he offers them fresh possum pie. You know.
like I'm just imagining Bob like wearing jeans, shirtless, with a shotgun in hand, a can of beer at the other, and like a cap saying "shooting deers, drinking beers."
Even
That's how I roll.
even better, Bob. Nothing but chaps. Nothing but chaps, Bob. Just like.
God. I mean, I started it all off with there was this real cute couple looking at the house a few months ago, and this before it got really cold out, and there was some roadkill in the middle of the road out in front of our house, and I walked out with a shovel, and I scooped it up, and I held it up so everybody could see it, and at the top of my lungs, I yelled, "Honey, I found dinner!" Yes, they couldn't leave fast enough. That couple. Yeah. So see, it's gonna be available, and by that time, it's gonna be real cheap, Fabio.
Before
Telling you.
leaving,
The only thing I would say, Bob, is if you get somebody who still buys it after you do that shit, be very wary of them. Okay?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Because they
move
might
all
be
my
into it.
the 4 security cameras I have outside. I'm gonna move them all to that side of the house to watch that house.
before leaving, they drew the Ravens logo on your backyard, just so like fuck
Ooh.
you, motherfucker.
Oh,
Just go.
man. Hey, we got their offensive coordinator and their offensive line coach.
That's nice. That's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
I
don't know what
that
I don't know what it's
I
gonna do to us, but
I mean, are you willing to give me your GM in exchange for my quarterback?
yes, you can have my GM, please. That he's the one they should have fired.
Because mine was fired, and I have no idea who is going to be replacing him. So
All right. So, let's see what we got on the news. See,
there was an Obsidian thing.
uh, I don't see the Obsidian thing. Where's the Obsidian thing?
Obsidian Entertainment. Obsidian Entertainment. Basically, what all the headlines are saying is that Obsidian Entertainment said in an interview that both Valve and the Outer Worlds 2 didn't meet their expectations in terms of sales. And because of that, what they are
Microsoft's
planning
gonna
to
shut them down,
redefine. No,
right?
no, no, not at all. Like, it is the idea. The thing was like they are planning on redefining what projects they are going to prioritize. So what they basically said is that their main focus is not going to be on the Outer Worlds franchise in the foreseeable future right now. Like kind of, I think it is understandable because we had the second game last year, and we are still going to be getting the 2 expansions for that. That comes for with the premium edition, of course, and that they intend to make more games on the Avowed universe, which is the Pillars of Eternity universe. So basically, that's it. Honestly, that's the thing. But like they also made some comments saying that releasing free games at the same year is not that like can be can be a kick in the butt. You know what I mean? Because not only because of the amount of work that it takes, but also because you don't have such a long window between the releases in order for people to hype up too much of the game, or something like that. Like,
I just don't. I don't understand why. I mean, but Obsidian, they're like, in my eyes, Obsidian, they're knocking it out of the park. I
yeah,
mean, they're.
yeah.
Well, remember, we don't know what those sales targets were either. We never know that number. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, oh yeah, by
Yeah.
the way, there was the other detail that yes, Microsoft, they they said that
They're
for
shutting them down, right?
no, no, they need to make that 40% revenue on their games. And that's why they are releasing their games on PlayStation, because for some studios, the revenue needs to be bigger.
Well, I just,
By the
I
way,
don't
that
care.
revenue target is out of reach, and they know that when they say that. But
I was okay. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and be ready to clip me. I never had a problem with Xbox exclusives going to PlayStation. I mean, it's
me
not like
neither.
it's not like we lost a franchise and we had to switch consoles to continue to play it. No, we still got to play the same games. And guess what? Lobbies were fuller. There was more competition. There was more people to play with. Games last longer when more people get to play them. That
Yeah,
you
I
know,
I didn't really care about the exclusive shit, to be honest.
and we know that when it comes to story-driven games, I'm I'm gonna admit that PlayStation's got Xbox there, but when it comes to multiplayer games and communities playing games, Xbox thrives there. Concord may not have died if it had been on everything.
Are you sure about that? It was on PC. So,
I have to agree with Fabio because look at the track record of PlayStation right now. Look how Marathon's heading already.
I was okay.
I,
Okay. I was
I
just
mean,
trying to. I was trying. You know how some people make a point. I was trying to
Yep.
create a point, and
Yep.
you killed it in its infancy. It's dead.
you could try to say something like if Helldivers 2 was released day one on PlayStation, it would have sold way more copies than it has been right now. It will have a bigger population on console than on PC or something like that. But like you went for Concord, all right.
Okay, so Thember has given me a little side. It goes one quote from Urquhart that didn't make the article that might help illustrate the veracity of Microsoft's denial was, well, yes, a game does need to make 30%, but I don't actually think that that's ridiculous. If I'm investing something in 5 years, even at 30%, that's not a ridiculous return from a 5 year investment. Okay,
Well,
well,
where did you get
you,
that these quotes, Fimber?
That's
that is
a
not, they're not, I mean, okay, we've only had ABK for a year now, right?
No.
It's been final for like a year and a half.
right.
Correct.
So a 5 year
See,
investment, you don't need to see that right away, but they're acting like they do need to see it right away.
I mean, it kind of bothers me the fact that oh yeah, we last week we had a thing about gaming revenue going down 5%, 9%, which is like nothing to Microsoft, honestly. But compared to previously, it is something that they need to acknowledge. And let's be honest, the entire industry is going down a little bit. Even the Nintendo Switch didn't sell as their expectations were going to be for Japan. Specifically, it didn't meet the expectations of units sold in Japan, but the console is a success. It's the most fast-selling console so far, like ever, of course. But like, it is just a matter of perspective, and it bothers me a lot. Where in a year like last 2025, where Xbox was released banger after banger and so many first-party releases and one studio released three games in 1 year, that the fucking CFO, Amy Hood, decides to say that the fault for the decline of revenue is our first party releases. Fuck off.
But,
Fuck off,
but,
you dumb bitch.
by the way, I want to correct one thing you said. You sit there and you say that 5% is no big deal from the gaming thing. It's no big deal for Microsoft. It might not be for Microsoft as a whole, but from the gaming division, it is. Because remember, the gaming division is not doing as well as they'd like it to do. Like Wise always points out, the
True.
gaming division revenue is basically a rounding error to Microsoft. You know,
Hmm.
but they still expect it to perform. Yes, they could afford to lose the money as a whole, but as a division, no.
Yeah, yeah. Nope,
Mm.
that's
Yeah.
perspective. That's a good one.
Uh, yeah, I mean, but you look at Microsoft's stock right now, and their stock is going down.
I
Their
mean,
stock is the
those
reason their stock is going
those
down is because
capitalized companies are
they
helping.
have invest no, their stock is going. Analysts say that their stock is sliding down because they've made they've made investments in AI that haven't seen fruition yet because they've got data centers that they can't get online yet. So their stockholders are looking for the return on investment, and it's in the AI field that return. It, yes, the ABK thing, $69 million. Okay,
Big, big,
$69 billion. That's compared to how much they have in AI. That's nothing.
Yeah.
yep.
Their stockholders are worried about the AI investment paying dividends, and this AI investment was started years ago, and they're still waiting to see it. And I didn't realize this, but I use AI all the time. Like I use AI, I use the Microsoft's Copilot all the time because I use Bing as my search. I use
Yeah.
Edge as my search engine on my phone, and everything I type in on the search, yeah, it brings up the websites that have what I'm looking for. But at the very top, it also gives me Copilot's
Yeah,
explanations.
the first thing it says is Copilot. Yeah, it's like, okay.
And I actually don't even have to look for the website 9 times out of 10 because I get everything I need from that Copilot uh, short summarization of what I'm looking for. It actually gives me a pretty good answer, and I just go on about my day. I'll look up tech specs all the time. Like I'll be at work and I'll just think, hey, I wonder what the TDP is of this GPU and blah blah blah, and what's the speed and what's the recommended for RAM and quad channel or dual channel. Should I use all four slots and blah 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 and AI really like for finding out facts. AI is great. Don't ask for opinions though, because AI is slop at that point. Oh, and if it gets its resources from other people's opinions, that's slop too. So you always want to look at where, because at the bottom of the AI response, it'll give you its sources, and yeah, if the sources are Reddit or Kotaku, just back away and go to a
Mm.
website and look yourself. Yeah. But yeah, I think this is really gonna. I don't know. I mean, if they can somehow, if if Xbox can see the now I'm going to try and come at this from a fanboy's perspective from 2 years ago. If they can see the benefit, if they could see this as an Xbox 360 versus the PS3 type of advantage, then I could see them eating a couple $100 on each console until the release. And then when they release, and then when the PS6 releases, then I say, okay, at least match their price. Because by that time, the hardware you have in yours is already 2 years into fruition. It's going to be cheaper to build it. It's going to be cheaper to make it. Hopefully, that AI bubble has busted and RAM is not atrocious. Maybe you
So
can drop your
what
price
do you
enough
think
to
the
where you.
original price will be?
What I want it to be, or what do I think it'll be?
Both.
I want it to be $800, but I think it'll
Yeah.
be $1,000 console.
I think reasonably is $850 after tax for what
Yeah,
they're packing into it.
I would want to see a $799.95 console.
Yeah.
I think it'll be 1,000 though.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Thanks in no small part to the memory shit, because until that's, even after that's sold, the prices aren't going to go back down. You can guarantee it.
Yeah.
Dead silence. Ooh.
I'm just waiting for Bob to wake the fuck up. I don't know what he's doing.
No, sorry. I moved my mic and I accidentally muted it.
I mean,
What was the last thing you heard me say?
nothing. You didn't see a shit.
The price of the console was the last thing we heard you say. What you were aiming for. Then
Yeah.
$99.99, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then I went on to say that hopefully did you hear me say hopefully when the PS6 does finally release, Microsoft will be in a place where their hardware is 2 years older and maybe they can lower the price to match that of the PS6.
You'd hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, we didn't hear you say that previously. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you have the same mic I do. When you grab it just right, that mute button is right there. It's like
It's right there.
I
It's
mean,
like wow.
would you consider the PlayStation 6 to be how much?
I expect the PS6 to match the price of the PS5 Pro.
700.
$700.
I think it's going
Yep.
to be over that. I think it's going to be like $750, $800. Like I the same way the Series X wasn't the same price as the One X, or the PlayStation 5 wasn't the same price as the PS4 Pro. I don't think Sony would be trying to like risk not getting some extra money on the console, especially with the justification of it's the next generation. So you need to increase that value in order to gain more money, right?
Well, here's the problem. The problem is Microsoft has already admitted that they lost the most important generation, the one where everybody began to build their extensive digital libraries.
Yes.
Yep.
You followed that up by losing the generation after that, the one we're currently in, which is where your hardcore people who only bought physical, they decided to change to digital because of the availability of physical. And everybody's figured out that all you're basically getting is a license on a disc. I mean, you still have to install a game. You still have to download the game. You still have to have an internet connection. It's not all on the disc anymore. So there's 2 generations in a row. You've dug yourself a mammoth-sized hole.
And I admit I got primarily into Digital One because I kept moving and moving with a shitload of discs was a pain in the ass. But getting digital is easy. Oh, I want to play that game. Click, click, click. Okay, it's installing. There's no wait till tomorrow or wait till the next day for it to be delivered. Yeah.
There's
So-
no disc that can get messed up.
Yeah.
So the question that I asked you a question, Paul, but I was muted. Because you mentioned the RAM apocalypse that we're in the middle of. When did they start selling RAM outside of the 8, 16, 32, 64, 128 varieties?
I don't know. Because to me, that's just weird that we have some odd numbers. Because
Yeah, you can buy like 48 gigs of RAM now. It's like that's so weird. Like 24
Yeah.
gig sticks. What the hell?
Yeah, because you're right. Me and you, all the time that we've been doing computer, especially me, it's been 1, 4, 8,
Yeah.
16, 32. None of this, weird numbered shit.
It's just like, and I remember thinking, the weird stuff. the weird stuff makes sense to me from a console standpoint because consoles always been have always been kind of
Yeah.
weird on the RAM and the VRAM and stuff like that. And even that matter, the your video cards with VRAM, they've always been kind of weird too. It's
Right.
been 4, 6, 8.
Oh,
I remember,
I mean, my last one had three. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
and so even with the new consoles coming out, I think the Magnus is supposed to have 48 gigs,
Yep.
and that was like I was like, okay, 48 gigs, that makes sense. And then I saw that I saw a PC build with 48 gigs in it. I'm like, what?
Oh, and I
Okay.
do. Yeah, yeah, it's just because from a console standpoint, I can see it because we're gonna have 48 gig instead of whatever because they're saving money on their end. You know,
Yeah,
you know.
true.
Even though I would think those chips might not be as cheap as you think because they're specialized chips at that point. They're not doing the regular 468 breakdown or the 4 8 12 breakdown or whatever it was they used to do. You know.
So the last thing we're going to touch on before we head out of here. No, we're actually going to touch on something else before that. For actually, pure Xbox, Neo 3 could mark the series' Xbox debut as Sony confirms only 6 months exclusivity.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
Sounds like Sony's starting to let go of their franchises.
Uh, is the IP owned by Sony? I'm curious now.
Either they're owned by Sony or remember how they used to money hat them. Either way, they're not getting greedy anymore because they know they need the money.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to actually point out. They are starting to apparently they are seeing that it's not that much worth to money has the game.
It's not worth dropping a dump like a huge truckload of money and
Yeah,
sitting
for
there saying, "Yeah, keep it off the console for 2 years." It's like, okay, you just wasted a shit ton of money, but okay. Everybody will just get on PC.
It's
I
owned.
think
It's developed by Team Ninja.
Yeah, I was just looking that up.
there
Sony is the publisher.
Yep.
Okay.
there might there might
So
also
they're
be
doing what
the-
Microsoft did with Indiana Jones. They're
Yeah.
in a 6 month window and boom.
Yep.
Uh, it might also be a situation where instead of Sony deciding to do that, it might be like the developer saying, "Come on, guys, we need more money. Like later, we cannot go the path Square Enix went with Final Fantasy, where it just didn't work out. The long term didn't work out whatsoever to them. So can we have
Yeah.
just a shorter, just a
Simber
short.
brings up a good point in the chat. It could be so. Neo is made by Team Ninja, which is the same team who just partnered with Xbox to release Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yes.
So it could have been. It's like, yeah, I mean, if they were working with Xbox on Ninja Gaiden 4, and then Neo 3's coming out, they could have said, "Hey, yo, we just did a game over here and it did really good. We'd kind of like to bring our next game over there too." And PlayStation could be like, "Hey, yeah, we'll do that, but as we've always been your publisher for this franchise, we want 6 months to keep our same agreement going or whatnot." Because we don't know. They could have already had Neo 3. It could have already been a prior agreement to go ahead and let Sony publish it.
Yep.
Yep, for sure. Would you guys say that this 6 month window is indicates for sure that, indicates that yes, there's going to be an Xbox version of it, or is it more probable for it to be a PC port of it? Because we will be getting the fourth installment of this franchise that never hits the Xbox before. So if
Okay, I can. According to their site, right? According to Wikipedia, which has all the breakdown, and I give or take,
yes,
but
okay,
it don't. But it only shows PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows as the two platforms it's coming out for currently. So, and that may or may not change. We don't know, but
hmm
Oh, all right.
I think it's interesting. I think we can just wait and see what happens. But if it happens, yeah, it's going to be really nice. I wouldn't be complaining.
And next month, the huge fantasy RPG Crimson Desert launches
oh yeah.
on on Xbox Play Anywhere.
Nice.
Yep. That God, this the game is massive. It's just too big,
Hon-
too
hon-
freaking big.
Honestly, I love how this started with like the developer saying that Sony tried to money heads that to be exclusive to PlayStation, and now it's going to be like play anywhere on Xbox. So like that's nice. It shows
I
that
didn't.
yes, they are 100% behind the multi-plat strategy.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't
When?
serious?
No, I didn't hear that. When did that come out?
Last year, you don't remember? Like Sony tried to money head this game to be either fully or temporary exclusive to the PlayStation, and they refused. They refused to make a deal with that. They wanted
Huh?
to go for 100% a multi-plat strategy because I think since I don't know, is the game going to be online or purely single player? Paul, can you remind me of that?
I think it's purely single player. That there was talk at one point, but I'm looking it up right now. So I mean,
No worries. We'll wait for the confirmation.
do do
Like,
do. Single
like if
player, single player.
player, okay, interesting, interesting. Like I think it's just because they decided they've been seeing how again how Square Enix has been doing, and they decided to think, well, maybe it's a bigger chance for us to make more money if we release to more platforms than just one, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
And remember, it was originally started as a multiplayer game, a direct sequel to Black Desert Online.
Oh yeah, so it wouldn't make any
And,
sense.
they
Like,
started to flesh as they started to flesh it out. They went, "Hey, this would make a great single player story." It's like, okay.
okay, so like if it started as a multiplayer, yeah, it definitely wouldn't make sense for it to be exclusive. Come on now.
So, okay. I would rather have been on Game Pass. I'm sorry. I just I love games I don't have to pay for. Well, I mean, I've already paid for them, but you know what I mean.
Yep. Yeah, you. Oh, I love it when people correct me. Oh, you didn't. You paid for it. Okay, I paid. Whatever I pay per month, and actually I don't because I get because I do stuff for people. Xbox, I get my Game Pass for free for like ever at this point. But so yeah, it is free to me. So
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Last thing we're going to touch on, and this is basically just an opinion piece that I want to bring up. You got a lot of people out there that are only on one platform, and if that platform is Xbox, um, what's keeping you going? I mean, what's keeping your spirits up? I mean, if you are a fanboy and Xbox is your brand, and you start hearing all these things about we're losing this much money here, we're losing that much money there, and yes, Project Magnus may be coming out. That's a little sunshine on the parade, or in the middle of the rainstorm, but it's going to cost this much money. Holy crap! What do you have to be thankful for as an Xbox
Can,
gamer.
can I speak to that? Because hey, look, most of my games are on Xbox right now that aren't on PC. I'm not I'm not gonna go away just because oh my god they might be shutting down the console division. I'm there until the day they shut it down. I'm there's no reason to. It's not like it really is a sinking ship where if I'm there when it goes down that I'm gonna die with it. It's so you're gonna go down with the ship. Not really. I'm just gonna you know like I mean we've all done that with previous. Many of us have done that with previous consoles. We didn't stop using the N64 until they stopped making shit for it. We
Hmm.
didn't. It's
True.
not. And even back then, you could see the writing on the wall, but you didn't go, "Oh my God!" So I mean, there's really no reason in all this, all this scary crap. If it happens, it happens. Just like with Sony, if it happens, it happens. What's that? I mean, what am I supposed to do? Leave on a maybe? What if they end up being active and still doing stuff for the next 10 years? But I left next year, so I missed 9 years of play because people told me I should. That's stupid. Yes. If they stop putting out product that I'm interested in, then I'll shift. But until then, I have no reason to leave.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I mean, we're the we're the exception though. We've got all the platforms, so it's like I'll play it wherever it is. A lot of people don't have that option.
Well, no, but
Which
even like I only have PC and Xbox. But even if I didn't have PC, I still wouldn't be jumping ship just because. You know,
yeah, true. What about you, Fabio? You just invested in a Series X. What?
Uh,
Why are you thankful to be an Xbox gamer?
Honestly, to me, Xbox, uh, it has been my favorite console since forever, since the first moment I ever owned like a 360. My first Xbox game was actually on my friend's house, actually my cousin's house, where he was playing Mortal Kombat versus DC. And the moment I met the Xbox 360 that day, like I was amazed to see such a device, especially because at the time I never actually had a video game. I only played video games sometimes when I was at a friend's house or something like that. And the moment I, for the first time, got my 360, like I just everything was just so attractive to it, and it continues to be to this point. Yes, I enjoy a lot of the Xbox One generation as well, and I'm enjoying the heck out of it on the Series generation also. I love everything that Xbox has right now. Of course, Game Pass, no exception, even though yes, there has been the price increase, but fuck that, I'm still subscribed to it. I love their first party studios and their portfolios. I think they have a really nice chemistry with the brand as well. I love the franchises that established what Xbox actually is in Forza, Gears, and especially my favorite one, which is Halo. And every time I see any like announcement of first party studios from Xbox, I am going to be interested in checking out. There's not a single first party announcement that Xbox makes that I'm not going to watch with a ton of interest. When it comes to Nintendo, it is a really good console and it has some really nice nostalgia, but it just like it would just be a really big second option to me for PlayStation. Even though there is some stuff that are really cool, it just didn't get my attention because it feels like every single game is the same game. While with Xbox, you have such variety of games and genres all the time And plus, of course, it's because of Xbox that I have all my library, and it's because of Xbox that I met all these beautiful people that we are seeing here right now on this podcast, on the
Oh,
Ways of Reflex podcast, on the XBL Party podcast as well. So like this is where my gaming buddies are. So why would I want to leave, honestly?
TJ, I
Yeah.
know you got a good one. Why are you thankful to be an Xbox gamer in this day and age?
To be honest with you, it's because of all the franchises they own and all the ones that have been through the decades that people get to play. And for me, there's a lot of games that I've fell in love with that made me an Xbox fan in the first place. Mech Assault, Halo, Gears, Forza. There's a lot of games. And Command and Conquer on Xbox. So there's a lot of games that were on Xbox that I enjoyed that I grew up playing with on this. I started out originally on PC, but to be honest with you, I just like the controller and I like plugging in and it's already done and I don't have to do shit. Um I don't mind having a PC. I don't mind it, but yet again, I don't like having to update the drivers all the damn time or do a lot of updates. But otherwise, yeah, I just like Xbox's features. I like how everything's right there. You can easily access your friends list. I like that they have Discord put in it, so it's easier to talk to people that are on other devices. And I like Quick Resume. They have better features. They have better ways to save money. They have better ways to share games with your friends, like game sharing, compared to Sony, which they do a lot of stuff that hurts the consumer or hurts their fan base. While Xbox is pumping out games, Sony, you're waiting for games if you're a Sony fan. So personally, I like Xbox because they've always tried to do right by the fans. Now, have they had bad actors in charge? Yes, they have. Don Matrick, perfect example. Bill Gates. Bill Gates almost didn't want the Xbox. It took a bunch of guys having some balls to actually stand up against, like,
And
Bill Gates to
and
make an
and and
Xbox.
and today we're learning just how bad of a man Bill Gates is.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
So, yeah, to anybody that doubts Xbox, just remember Sony copies Xbox. Remember, if Microsoft didn't make an Xbox, Sony would still be using cartridges. So you could shut the hell up.
What?
Yeah.
The
Sony was
PlayStation
the first.
the
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 had cartridges? What the fuck?
No. Well, they would still be using memory cards. The cloud save wouldn't be a thing.
Yeah.
Now, cloud save wouldn't be a thing. Online wouldn't really be a thing because they didn't have that until PlayStation 3. So,
Okay.
yeah.
This is Bob's soapbox. All right. And I don't know, you younger cats know where I'm coming from, but I know Paul's going to know where I'm coming from. Um, I've never really had Apple in my eye for Microsoft, and and I came out of college MCSC certified, NC knowledged, and I didn't really like Microsoft until Windows 98 Second Edition. To my Windows 98 Second Editions, my eyes, best operating system Microsoft ever made. XP got a lot of things done, but it wasn't as good as 98 Second Edition. And
98 was good.
98 had problems. 98 SC was badass. That was a smooth, well-oiled machine that did everything and did it well. And people, I see a lot of hatred for Microsoft because Microsoft is the big bad corporation. But you got to understand, Xbox is not Microsoft. Xbox has always been the rebel in the gaming space. And that's why I prefer Xbox, because Xbox is
Yep.
the rebel People think that by going against Microsoft, going against Xbox, they're going against Microsoft. Fight the man. You know, s- speak out against the system. PlayStation is the system in console gaming. PlayStation is the man in console gaming. If you want to buck the system, be an Xbox gamer. All you people out there that are brainwashed on social media calling us Xbots, you're the problem. You're the brainwashed individual to the man, to the system. That's the system. Xbox is the rebel in this space. And I root for the rebel. I always have. That's that's just the way I look at it.
You rebels can.
Fuck you, Fabio.
You know, if you liked Han's Xbox is the Han Solo of gaming.
We shoot first. All right.
And
Yeah, but we go in and try to take our bullet back. That's what we do.
we get who is Boba Fett, so we have to get worried about that.
Ah,
Xbox they do everything first. They I mean other than the idea of gaming, what console gaming has become in this day and age, Xbox did it first.
yep.
First online, first cloud saves, first hard drive.
First party
First game
chat.
sharing.
First.
Yeah, they did it all first. And I
Yep.
don't know, as a PC gamer before
First game
consoles.
gifting.
Well, yeah, before PC, but as a PC gamer before consoles, everything in Xbox's ecosystem from day one spoke to me as a PC gamer. So of course, obviously, I gravitated towards that. And I was day one. Day one, I had a PlayStation. The very first PlayStation, day one, had it. PlayStation 2, never bought it. My wife, when I met her in 2023, no, when I met her in 2003, she had a PS2, and that's how I was introduced to Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas. I never would have bought a PlayStation 2 to play those games, but she had one. That's the only thing I played on them.
Yep.
When the Xbox is where we took our Xboxes to other places, and then we did Halo split screen tournaments. We did LAN parties. I was the guy everybody called up because I had a degree and I knew how to I could take two cables and make a crossover cable, which you had to have to hook two Xboxes up to one another. It wasn't
That's the
hard.
other
You
thing
just
Xbox did better than PlayStation. LAN parties, and Ethernet cable in the back. Where you can
No,
actually
okay. To
plug
be
it
fair,
in.
the internet cable in the back didn't come till later though, like the second generation of the 360.
Nope, you could do on the
Nope.
Xbox original.
no
No, the original
Xbox.
Yeah,
Oh, but on the 360 you couldn't. You had to have the thing you plugged into the back, or maybe that was just for Wi-Fi. Remember
that's
That was
for
they-
just for
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
yeah.
But
just Wi-Fi, like the
That, and
original.
that thing was a pain in the ass too.
the
By the way.
Xbox original
I still
had
have one.
wired and wireless built in.
Like
Yeah.
the original
Yeah.
Xbox.
Oh no, the original Xbox did not have wireless built in.
Yeah, it does.
No,
Go
it
in
it
your
didn't.
settings and go
No,
look
it
at
didn't.
it.
No, it didn't.
It
It
does,
just
buddy.
had no. It just had
Dude,
an
it
Ethernet
did.
port. It just
We-
has an Ethernet port
They didn't do Wi-Fi until the 360.
because at the
And
time,
the Wi-Fi wasn't built in until the 360 Slim.
Yeah, till the second generation, basically.
You had to buy
Before
the adapter that I have around here somewhere.
I think I still have one laying in my stuff somewhere too.
I actually posted it on Twitter one day. I took a picture of it when I found it. I said, "Everybody remember this?" Yep.
I remember
But
having to help friends set it up because it was not easy all the time. It did not like it all the time.
I didn't
I
have an adapter for the Wi-Fi for the Xbox original, but I went in the settings and it actually had Wi-Fi in it. So you
I
had to
tell you
go
what,
in and actually change the settings. It wasn't just offered up like the Xbox 360 was.
I remember nights at LAN parties trying to explain to people what I needed to make a crossover cable when nothing was open. I remember making a crossover cable by cutting two straight cables in half. And yeah, you know where I'm going with this. I did the
Yeah.
crossover with butt connectors in the middle and
Ouch.
So
electrical
you
tape.
jerry rigged it.
I jerry rigged it.
Yeah.
And it didn't work very well either.
No, I
Never
don't know if you remember the fun too of trying to get two Xboxes or 360s on the internet through the same router. Remember the fun that was? Yeah.
It was a
because
pain in the
they
ass.
because they would always collide with each other. It's like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yep. Oh, y'all using you had to do a lot of port forwarding.
Yeah.
Yep. But
Back when all these.
whether
Oh,
you hate Xbox or you love Xbox, you gotta admit they have done a lot for the gaming industry, especially for the indie devs, and they've done a lot for new developers, and they've
hell,
done a lot for consumers too. You
it's
can
like
earn
Thimber said
Microsoft
in the
reward
chat.
points. You can trade in your console. You can automatically go and lease a console. Does PlayStation do that? No. Does Nintendo do that? No. Okay.
It's like Xbox. Thimber says Xbox is the fighter. PlayStation is just the lazy guy. Which I mean,
PlayStation is more like the corporate suit that says, deal with it and just pay me.
yeah, you want this game made for the new system? Here, you're gonna have to buy it again. We're not going to give
Yep.
you we're not going to give you FPS boost or auto HDR. We're not going to do any of these things for you because we know that you'll buy it again and again and again and again.
The other thing that Microsoft always or Xbox has always been good with, and they learned it from Microsoft actually, from like Windows and stuff, is they allowed you after the Xbox 360, they started allowing us to have all of our controllers forward compatible with the newer consoles. So older controllers worked with the newer consoles. And then eventually they allowed us to just plug in a mouse and keyboard. So you can run that through your Xbox if you want. PlayStation, I don't even think you can do that. Last time I checked, didn't they even disable the browser because they didn't want people using Game Pass?
It wasn't. No, it wasn't because of Game Pass. It was because of Pornhub. But
Of course they'd be using that on that damn
But
console.
not only that, but their browser opened them up to a security risk.
yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that's the only positive to being in a walled off garden is security.
Yep. And Microsoft has better security than PlayStation. How many
Oh,
times has been PlayStation been hacked and you're down for a couple days while Xbox is down for maybe 3 hours, maybe five max, and you're back.
Oh, Xbox has had some pretty long. Had entire days too, but usually it's
It's
those are
pretty
few
damn
and far
fast.
between. Those are few and far between.
It's
yep.
pretty damn fast. Yeah.
All right, folks. Live now for hour 45 minutes. That's
Yep.
15 minutes longer than I wanted to be, but that's all right. We had fun. Hey, Cerebral Paul, sir,
Yes, sir.
tell everybody where they can find you at and where you'll be live streaming from next month.
Oh, next month. Hey, that's true. Will I be live streaming from there? Yeah, I probably will be. I'll figure that out by then. Hey, you can find me at Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it at Cerebral Paul 1. You can find me at Twitch and YouTube at Cerebral Paul. And I have been streaming a little more often lately, trying to get back into it. And then, of course, next month, as he mentioned, I will be at PAX East. So if you will be at PAX East, look for the guy in the wheelchair who probably looks angry and mad all the time. That's me. And say hi.
Angry and mad. showing everybody his press pass in one
Yeah.
hand and the middle finger in the other. See
Yeah.
what I got?
I get to go where you can't.
That's just mean. Hey, we got that whole plan where you're going to have your smartphone, the camera, it's going to have it on. We're going to be FaceTiming, and you're going to have it in your pocket. I'm going to get to see everything you get to see. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Fabio, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me not just here on the Game Set Live podcast, but you can find me also sometimes on the Wasted with Vice podcast. You can find me on the Who is Dying Right Now? Holy shit. God damn. Someone's breathing really loud right now. Well, you can also find me on the XPN YouTube Network YouTube channel, and you can find me on Twitter as FBLMarine97 and on Xbox as Bufa Lizard 8.
Drawn TJ, sir, where can they find you at?
You can find me here at 5 o'clock on Wednesday nights, and then you can also find me on X at DrawnTJ450. You can find me on Xbox at DrawnTJ. And everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe button.
And leave a comment down below. It helps other people find us. Yeah, channels that get interaction. That is what tags a channel to show up in somebody else's feed that they may be interested in. So, yep. Likes, views, comments after the fact. That really helps. And this is KY Bob, the proprietor of the Game Set Live YouTube channel, trying to wrangle this band of misfits every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also find me on the Wasted with Wise podcast. Come by, give me some support, as me and Paul are the only sober ones there. Yes, we need it.
It's true.
Yeah, try to help us get through the night of madness, you could say. And yeah, I'm also part of the XPN network. Don't know what's going on there. Hopefully we'll have a podcast come together. Yeah, I don't know what happened with me being a larger part of the network. I agreed to do like some reviews and stuff, but I never got approached about any of it. So I don't know.
I think they were just waiting for you to actually like, okay, what am I doing? I don't know, like you.
Yeah, I mean, the last time anything was said about it in our Discord, you were mentioned, Fabio, but they didn't even mention me. So I don't know. I mean, I was always open to it. I just didn't know I had to give them the, okay, I'm ready now. I just thought it was already known. But hey,
Okay, I need to talk.
Hey,
Whatever,
shit
I mean-
happens.
whenever. I mean, whatever and whenever. I'm here. Yeah. You can catch the audio version of this uploaded to wherever you catch your audio podcasts. I'll upload it to Spotify, and Spotify puts it out there for any open source player to pick it up, be it Apple, be it Google, be it Spotify or Pocket Casts or whatever. I need to remove that Twitter logo on the overlay there that says video on Twitter or X, because I removed that because I had people watching us on Twitter and they couldn't interact, and watching us on Twitter didn't do anything for the channel. So we're just exclusively now on Kick and YouTube as the video and audio format. I need to remove the X. And yeah, I'll leave the show the way I leave every show. Gamers, get outside, touch some grass, hug someone you love, but remember your sanity is priority number one, so get that out of gaming. Good night, everybody, and we will see you next week. Peace.